Hey guys, it's Hope from Hope the Created and welcome back to my channel. This is a highly requested tutorial, so I am finally bringing it to you guys. This is on how I do my slurp lids for my tumblers. This is just a super cute way to give your tumbler that extra pop. So first, I put my lid on my cup and I mark where the front of the cup is so that my lid kind of lines up with the front. You don't have to do this, but I just feel like it looks better when the lid lines up. Because sometimes then your design might be like backwards or sideways, so I just do this because I feel like it looks better. And then I'm gonna put it on my vinyl and kind of pick where in the vinyl like I want the design, and then I'm gonna trace around the lid and cut that out with a pair of scissors. This is just a really easy way. I mean, I'm sure you could cut it on your Cricut, but you don't really need to. No need to, like, work smarter, not harder, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna cut around the circle. And you can keep the rest of the vinyl for something else, maybe like a keychain or a bookmark, but you won't even need the whole sheet. So this is actually the bottom half of the vinyl that I used. The top half of the vinyl I used for the tumbler itself with our wavy tumbler template, which you can also find on our website. It's a digital download. So anyway, I'm going to remove the backing of the vinyl, and then I'm going to try to center it perfectly on the lid. Make sure that you're centering it with that little black Sharpie line that you made, just to make sure, you know, that it's all aligned. So I'm going to place it on lid, and then I'm going to start pressing down from the center out. So just go slow. Make sure you get all the air bubbles out, air pockets. If you have little ones, you can always use like a little X-Acto knife or a little, you know, pin needle, whatever you call those things, to push it out. But just go slow and make sure you push all the air out from the center to the outer edges. Also, don't worry too much about the edges, like where the vinyl like goes over the lip, because we are going to cut that off with our X-Acto knife. So just make sure that you stretch it over the lip, but you don't need to like worry necessarily about like any folds or anything. Just stretch it over the lip. The good thing about vinyl is it does work. Like it, yeah, you can like stretch the vinyl out is what I mean. You can work it is what I mean. So anyway, yeah, stretch out the vinyl over the lip all around. And then you're gonna go ahead and take your X-Acto knife, and then we're gonna trim very close to the lip and remove the excess. So I'll show you how I do that now. Oh, before that, we are going to trim out the hole for the straw. So what I do is I just kind of poke my X-Acto knife in there, and I just like let my X-Acto knife kind of glide around the edge of where the hole of the straw goes. So here I'm kind of fixing like any folds and kind of pulling down on the vinyl so we don't have any folds in the actual vinyl. So like I said, this vinyl is really easy to work with. Our vinyl is very like stretchy. So I'm just kind of pulling down on those overlaps and flattening it all out as much as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just try as much as you can. And then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and trim really close to the lip. You're going to want to leave a little bit hanging over the lip, but not too much. And we're going to trim that all the way till we get to the other side. Okay, so also be very careful with the X-Acto knife. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Once I've hit the other side, now I'm just taking off the excess. And then I'm going to take my finger and just smooth out like any gaps or like folds in the vinyl. There really isn't that much, but I just want to make sure that it's perfectly smoothed out. So I just take my finger and run it all along the edges and make sure that it's adhered really well to my lid. Okay, so instead of painting the lid, the side of the lid, I actually use a vinyl strip. So I just cut out a vinyl strip. It's like less than 1/4 of an inch. I want to say it's like 0.2 of an inch. I just cut it out because I just feel like it's easier that way. I feel like if you spray paint the lid and then you use the X-Acto knife, then you have a chance of scratching the paint. And I mean, you can, whatever works better for you. I just find using a vinyl piece is just way better. And I'm able to just pick whatever color I want and just use that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the vinyl around the sides of the lid, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the guide of like right where the stainless steel ends. Just use that as your guide, and then just go all the way around till you meet the other side, and then you can cut off the excess. All right, so now that we have the side of our lid with some color, we are now ready to add our UV resin to the top of our lid. So just make sure everything is on there really good, that you've smoothed out everything and it's all adhered well. So I'm just gonna take some UV resin. I use Counterculture's UV resin. It's just the one that I like the best, and I feel like it has the least amount of smell. And you're just gonna put a little bit into a cup. And then I add a little bit of glitter additive. I recommend Chase Ray's glitter additive. She has so many options to choose from, and we do have a code for you. It is HOPE15. It saves you 15% off your purchase. So she has amazing additives. These are like microfine glitters that you can add to your epoxy or your UV resin to give it like a little sparkle. So I love doing this to our projects just because it gives it that extra little sparkle, and who doesn't like sparkle, right? All right, so once you've mixed your additive into your UV resin, you're just gonna go ahead and pour that on the lid, and you're gonna want to take your popsicle stick or whatever you're using and make sure you spread that UV resin all the way to the lip of the lid. So all the way to the edge, and then of course all the way to the inner straw hole. So just make sure you don't get any UV resin in the straw hole. If not, you can always clean it, but just work slow so that you don't make any mistakes. So yeah, here I'm just spreading it all the way to the outer lip, and yeah, pretty much gonna go ahead and spread that all around the lid and then put it under my UV lamp. And don't forget, before you put it in your UV lamp, to hit it with your torch to pop any bubbles. Let it sit for about a minute or so before you put it in the lamp. Okay, so once it's done curing under the UV lamp, I check it, and then I usually do one more coat of UV resin just to give it like a really leveled finish, because you can see like the part of the lid, it does have like some raised parts. So I want to give it a leveled finish so that it just looks more smooth and more clean. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my UV resin on the lid again, but of course this time with no glitter additive because it already has sparkle in the first layer. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing, spread it all out to the outer edge and to the center of the lid. And then I'll put it under my UV lamp again, and then that part will be done. Okay, so now she is fully cured after the UV lamp. Look at that beautiful shine. I love Counterculture's UV resin. I think it's beautiful and it's very, very easy to work with. So now that we are done, now it is time to add our rhinestones to the side of the lid. So if you don't have rhinestones already, I totally recommend this. This is a rhinestone kit from the Blingy Thingy on Etsy. I will leave her down below in the description, along with everything else that I've used in this video. But it comes with jelly stones and then the regular glass stones. I just love this because it brings every color you could possibly need, and I want to say that the whole kit is only like $49 for each one, so that is not bad at all. So these are 4mm rhinestones. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my purple color that I'm gonna be using for the side of my lid, put it into my little rhinestone tray, and start blinging. Also, this is super random, but every time I put this kit away, I have like trauma that I'm gonna drop it and all these rhinestones are gonna fall on the floor and I won't even know what to do. So anyway, if you're like me, I know you'll understand. So here I am. I'm gonna be using B7000 to apply my rhinestones. I bought this like on a 5-pack on Amazon for like super cheap. I'll leave that also linked, and you'll just need a wax tool. Also, I highly recommend this tool. I got it from Cowbell Customs. It is an adjustable lid holder, so it can be used for any size lid. They come in different colors. We do have a code for you as well. It is HOPE10. Saves you 10% off. She has lots of different tumbler tools to choose from, but this one is my favorite just because it makes blinging the lid so much easier. And like I said, it's really cool because it's adjustable, so it can fit any size lid. So you just kind of put your lid in there, push that blue piece like all the way to your lid, and then you tighten the little bolt and your lid is not moving. So I love this tool. It is totally worth it in my opinion. So like I said, I use B7000 to apply my rhinestones. I like it because it dries really quick. It actually gets like tacky pretty fast, so when you put your stone, like it's not moving. So really like this glue. There's no need to spend a lot of money on glue. You know, as long as it does the job, you're good to go. So I'm just kind of gonna kind of like paint the glue on the side of the lid, but you don't want to use too much because you don't want the glue to seep out through the sides of the rhinestone. So just be light with it, but just enough because you also want it to stick. You're gonna go ahead and place your rhinestones and use the bottom part as your guide. So I always start with the bottom row of rhinestones so that it can be as straight as possible. And then I kind of do like the honeycomb method. So you'll then want to place your top row in between the 2 stones of the bottom row. So I go ahead and I just do this all around the lid. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of speed up through me doing the whole lid because I feel like, you know, this part is kind of boring and long. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do. And the rhinestones, they fit, the 4mm fit perfectly around the entire lid, so it works out great. Okay, so here I am adding the final rhinestones. Like I said, this is like my favorite way of just adding that extra pop to a tumbler. Decorating the lid is different. Like a lot of people don't decorate the lids, and I love that the Slurps give you that option. These Slurp tumblers where they bring the stainless steel cup and the stainless steel lid can be found on stainlesssteeldepot.com. I'll leave that linked at the bottom. They have 20 and 30 ounce. So like I said, once I started doing these, like I couldn't stop. Now I feel like every cup needs a special lid with it. So here I am just like loosening the bolts on the lid holder, and it's all finished. So I usually let it sit for like about a day, which is probably like way too generous, but I would say like 8 to 12 hours is more than enough. And then that's it. I'll just wash off any wax residue from the pen on the side of the rhinestones and put it on my cup, and we're ready to go. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I will link everything that I used in the video, even along with the handle, which I know wasn't included in this tutorial. The vinyl is from our website as well. And don't forget to join our Facebook group for a fun, crafty community where we share all of our work. If you aren't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.